This is the Outlaws Radio Show.
She has been on this show before. She also now has her own show on this network, The Coca and Gary Show. Comedian, actress, Coca Brown. Welcome to the show. How are you, my love?
I am good, honey. How are you?
I am good. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. First, tell people a little bit about your show, your brand new podcast.
Yes, it is the Coca and Gary Show with myself and actor, voiceover actor, producer, director, all-around Renaissance man, Gary Sturgis. If you don't know the name, you know the voice. If you've ever seen Diary of a Mad Black Woman or seen Daddy's Little Girls by Tyler Perry, you know him as the bad guy. I better get off. You know the voice. Okay. And me and Gary are on there, honey. We are grown folks talking some grown folk-ish. I am not responsible for what comes out of Gary's mouth. He's a grown man. I just try to cushion the blow. But we are having a blast. And if you are grown and want to talk about some grown people stuff on some grown people levels, honey, with no filter, this is where you need to be on Friday nights from 9 to 11.
So talk a little bit about the experience of doing the show. You guys have a lot of fun. You talk a lot of ish. Talk a little bit about the experience being on the show so far.
You know, it's been amazing. I mean, Gary and I, we were connected because we both worked for Tyler Perry. So we have that connection. But we're also, highly respected, among, to each other in terms of what we've done in the business and, our grind, our hustle, how we look at things. We're the ingredients in the salad dressing that actually go together. Where there's oil and vinegar, we the oil and the ranch. Okay, we go together. And, we bounce off of each other, you know what I'm saying? We love it when we agree to disagree. We love it when we get into that's not how I feel. We have some amazing guests coming up in the next couple of weeks. Former Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl champion Stevie Baggs Jr. We've got actor, singer Leon coming up. We've got comedian, actor Dion Cole coming up. Awesome. I mean, it's going to be each week. And the one thing we do too, it would be so easy for us to just grab our celebrity friends, but we always showcase someone you need to know, whether it's an author, a recording artist, a comedian. We showcase people that own Black businesses. We always showcase people that you need to know. We, of course, are going to have people that you do know, but we're always going to showcase people that you need to know.
Absolutely. We're talking with Coca Brown, and I'm ask this question real quick because I know Dante has a question for you as well. Right now, obviously, we're all dealing with COVID and the after effects of that. Obviously, I've heard you talk about this on your show. Talk a little bit to our audience about what the experience has been being an entertainer, someone who doesn't, quote unquote, have a traditional job, and how you've been able to deal with and adjust when, clubs were closing down and all these things were happening. How have you been able to adjust during this period of time?
I just kind of had to go with the flow. I mean, a lot of my colleagues flat out panicked. I mean, I had a moment of panic. I mean, I watched, I was working on 3 TV shows and about to do a movie. I had about 19 gigs on the books, and I watched all of that evaporate, like within a week.
Wow.
And I panicked for a hot second. I ended up having to let my staff go, my personal assistant. I mean, I had to make major adjustments because, I could have kept all those people, but for what? Mommy's home, and mommy now is, able to put her hands back in her business. For years now, I've delegated responsibilities, and all those responsibilities came back on me. It has been definitely an adjustment, but I have to say I've been so blessed because in the midst of this, the last thing I've had to worry about was money. There have been opportunities that have come through that are conducive with the, situation. I've done, I'm doing a lot of consulting. I'm doing private acting coaching. I'm hosting Zoom events every week. I'm doing comedy shows online. I've started my own businesses, Coca's Cravables, which is a legal edible business that infuses CBD with THC. I have the Coca Brown Collection, which is a beauty product line. It put me back in my bag, in that hustle bag that I had some 20 some years ago when I first started in this, where it was like, by any means necessary, I will get in this business and be a working, viable actress and comedian. So it put me back in my bag. Right now, it is rather interesting because with the world starting to open back up, my TV and film career is opening back up, but my stand-up career has been a little suspect.
Right.
And I tell people, be careful what you say out your mouth, because I had been saying for a while, I land something big, I'm stepping away from comedy for a little while. I need a break. And I think I might have got that break. I didn't, I'm still funny. I'm still me. I still get hired. I'm doing a show next weekend in Columbus, Ohio. I've got a show coming up that I'm hosting a benefit concert in Dallas in a few weeks. But in terms of how the comedy clubs are moving right now, they're booking all the big names that lost their tours. And before, they weren't competition to comics like me, because they were doing tours. They weren't in the clubs. Well, now they're in the clubs. So they're taking those spots. So it's been very interesting to, because I used to think how stand-up was my bread and butter. And, oh God, if I don't have 20 gigs on the books in the next 3 months, I'm going to be broke. And I've gotten the reality check of, no, you won't, boo-boo. No, you won't.
Right.
You're okay. And it's been nice to spend this much time with my son, to be such an active and present mom, because a lot of times mommy's on the road. Mommy's in California, he's in Georgia, it's like, so to be able to spend this amount of time with my child, to have been able to watch the growth and the development and watching my child change right before my eyes, it's been a blessing. It hasn't been a curse for me. It's been a blessing. And to not have caught COVID, knock on wood, I've gotten tested 7 times. I'm so COVID free. I'm so COVID free.
So, all right, we have about 3 minutes left in this segment. Dante, we'll go to you real quick.
Okay.
With your question.
Yeah. So, Coco, I really have always been interested to know how actors choose roles, how actors or actresses choose roles. And really, as a Black actress, I've always read about the fear of being typecast. How have you always chosen the roles that you've chosen? Because you never want to you have too much range to be put in a box, but then you also want to do what you're good at. So how does that work for you?
It's a double-edged sword. To be honest with you, I have been typecast, and it took someone else to see that there was more to me. There were so many people who, as much as I had done before I got with Tyler Perry, for some reason, there were a lot of people that had no idea I was a stand-up comic when I started doing Tyler. But also too, they think of me as the comedic actress, the funny one, the sidekick, the one that brings the humor. So, and I love that. I can do that with my eyes closed. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm just that confident. I can, if you need funny in your film or your TV show, I'm your girl. That's like breathing to me. But it took the late great John Singleton to see that there was more to me than being funny. He brought me in for Snowfall, and he said it's because he saw me in Bill Duke's acting boot camp years ago. And he said he saw something in me that was like, there's more to this girl than just funny. And even though I didn't get the role, he ended up putting me in American Crime Story, because he was working on that as well, which The People versus OJ, which led to me getting in front of Ryan Murphy, who didn't even know I was a comedian. He just thought I was a dang good actress, I guess. And he put me in 911 as Carla Price. And there are people who didn't realize that was me as Carla Price for like the first 2 seasons, because they were so used to me being funny. And here I am in a dramatic role, and they're like, I don't think you can fight being typecast. When I first got in this business, I was taking whatever role was being offered to me because I just wanted to be working. I wanted to be in the business. As I've gotten older, more experienced, and definitely becoming a mother, I do pick and choose my role now a little differently because I know now that I have someone that's going to click on YouTube one day and be able to see what mommy's done. And I don't want him, going, oh God, that's mama, you know. You know. But at the same token, you can't avoid being typecast, but all you can do is keep doing the work. And then each time they try to put you in a role that's very stereotypical, try to add something else to it that sets you apart.
Absolutely. All right, stay tuned. When we come back, we have more with Coco Brown. There is a new activity that she's going to be doing that she was just telling us about before the show started. So we definitely have to talk about that. And we'll get into a little bit more. So stay tuned. We have more with Coco Brown when we come back here on The Outlaws. Welcome back to The Outlaws. We are still here with comedian, actress Coco Brown. One more time, tell them about your show, where they can hear it, and all that good stuff.
Yes, you can. I'm sorry.
She wasn't paying attention to me.
I sure was. I beg my pardon. Yeah, you guys can. You talking about the Coke and Gary show?
Yes, your show. Yes, your show.
You guys can watch it as we tape it live every Friday night on Zoom at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can go to my IG page, Coco Brown One Funny Mama. Click in my bio. You'll see the link tree. Click on that, and you'll see live taping of the Coke and Gary show. You just register, and you'll be registered for the next 2 months to be able to come on and watch the show live tape every Friday night.
All right. And also, when it drops on the podcast, you can hear it on iHeartRadio, Apple, Google, Spotify, the whole nine.
All of them. Of them. Yes. Please register for it on iTunes and iHeart.
Leave a comment, too. Make sure y'all leave a comment. Give us them 5-star reviews.
Yes, please. Please. I mean, right now we're number 1 in Kenya, but I need to be a little bit more international.
Maybe we'll have to do a Kenya tour.
Right. Look, I'm number 6 in Wakanda right now, so that's
so before the break, I mentioned something new, a new activity that you've never done before, that you are getting ready to tackle. Tell everybody what that is.
A new activity. You're going to tell me what that is, honey. I got so much going on. I don't know which one you're talking about.
The commentary business.
The commentary business.
Football.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. Really? Okay. So, sometimes when you're somewhere like, Georgia, and it gets discovered that you're the celebrity mom, your kids' sports teams want you to do a little bit more than everybody else. Right. So they asked me to be the announcer at my son's football games. Now, mind you, my son is 8. Okay. And I was like, sure, no problem, until they told me that I have to commentate the game. I'm that chick that loves football when I'm dating a man that's into football. Okay. I'm that chick that's, unless I got a dude in the house, I ain't watching it. I'm the hot wing and dip sister. I'll make sure you have everything you need to watch the game, but then I'm gonna go upstairs and watch some Netflix. But so I was like, oh snap. So literally, I'm calling all my homeboys. I've been fortunate that I have a lot of boys that have played ball, and I'm calling all of them like, can one of y'all come to the game with me tomorrow, please? And they're like, so one of my homeboys hit me back. He said, what's up? What's wrong? I said, dude, they got me commentating the game tomorrow. I don't know no football. I'm gonna be out there calling football terms and basketball terms. Can you come out there and watch the game and just tell me what to say? And they said, you know what? So I got one of my homeboys coming who used to play back in the day, and he's like, yeah, I got you, sis. So now he's gonna come and be in the booth with me, and basically I'm gonna be Jamil Hill, and he gonna be Steven. And so we gonna, I'm gonna be Jamil, he gonna be Steven or whatever, and he gonna tell me what to say, and then I'm gonna say it. That's what I'm saying. If you don't know what to do, honey, you delegate. You find somebody to do.
That's right. So on the show here, Dante, you're one of the football experts. You got any pointers for Miss Brown as she gets ready to
look, Dante, I'll get your number and FaceTime that whole game.
Listen, I love football at all levels.
What they just do?
Look, I love football at all levels, so I'm all for it. I would just say wait until the play happens and just let the play happen, and you can talk about it as it.
I mean, that's what I'm gonna do. I just don't want to be yelling out, technical foul, and they're like, "Girl, that's basketball."
Say what the ref says. If it's a foul or a penalty, just wait for the ref to say it, and then you say it.
And see, I got to keep. I know plays, and I know that I get really into the game too, because I do know certain terms. That I have a whole about football in the bedroom. I know the terms, but I'll be messing around talking about, that's holding. What you doing? Flag on the play. Yo, ref, you tripping? They're gonna like, because that's what we wanted, So, I don't want to be that mom that gets banned from my kids' games, Oh, y'all offsides. Too many men on the field. What y'all doing?
That reminds me of, I think it was like 2007, 2008. It was when LeBron was here in Cleveland the first time, and he was playing, and he went to drive, and he got fouled real hard, and his mom was sitting in the front row, and she got up and was trying to get at the player.
See, that's why I had made it a point to sit very high in the bleachers, because my baby's second game, he got tackled real bad.
Right.
And my child was laying there like a dead fish. And my homeboy had to literally grab me by the back of my unit and say, "Don't you go down there," because he saw me to jump and be like, what they did, I will fight a kid. I will fight a kid. So it was to be invested but not look too much.
Right. I hope
it doesn't help that my child's the only black kid on his whole team. And half the time, me and my friends are the only people of color in all of the stands at that point. So, yeah, unfortunately, I found the all-white county in Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know how that was possible.
So you got to represent, because you know what they already expected from us when you in that crowd.
Seriously, like last Saturday, we sitting out there and we saw so many MAGA hats, and I'm like, "Oh, my baby out here in Trump country, Like, "Mommy, can I stay?" I said, "You done with the game? Get your helmet. Let's go. Oh, this Trump country." MAGA hats in the stands for me, honey. Too many.
So, how long has your son been playing football?
This is his first year playing full tackle. He's played flag for the last 3 years. But this is his first year playing full pad, full tackle.
And I've seen you put some videos sometimes on Instagram Live and stuff like that. Your son looks like he might be pretty good at this.
You know what? The thing is, I think he was just trying to find his way. Because of his size, they immediately put him on the line.
Right.
But now they've realized he's fast. So now he's a second string running back. A cornerback, and I think it's another tight end. He's a bunch of positions, but they love to have him on the line because it's so funny. It's him and this other little white boy on my son's team. I call him Friday Night Lights because he looked like that little big white boy in the movie. Because he just one of the big, rotund, chunky white boys. That look like they're just feeding him raw meat at home. And they literally be having him and my son in the inside, and they just be smashing them little kids, and then they be high-fiving each other. I said, "Oh God!" So, we be calling the train. The train is coming. The train is coming. But he's fast because last week he did a move that was so sweet that I lost my voice screaming.
Really?
He really did this spin move and came around and the running back was going for the end zone, and my son went past everybody and was on that running back's tail.
All right.
And I mean, like literally got him. He still made the point, but my son, like everybody was screaming my son's name because it's like he came, you on the line and you done did a block spin move and then zipped up the middle and you on the heels of the running back who's like literally to the end zone. Like it was one of the most beautiful plays. And it was so cute because he really just didn't even realize what he had done.
Right.
So we explained it to him. He said, I just knew I had to chase the ball.
You might have a future NFL player on your hands.
I told him, I said, all mommy wants is a condo in Miami and a white Range Rover. That's
Oh
it.
no.
I know how that is. Look.
He already knows. If you ask him right now, when you go to the NFL, what does mommy want? A condo in Miami and a white Range Rover.
We're talking with comedian actress Coca Brown. We got a couple of minutes left. Any projects that you're working on that are coming out soon? One thing that I think I saw that you were doing or had already done that I was real fascinated with is did you do a movie for Hallmark?
I did call it Cupid for Christmas. I shot that back in August when they first started opening everything up and you had to be tested 3 times before you even set foot on set. It was insane.
Wow.
I got tested 3 times in 7 days.
Wow.
Go on set for 2 days. Yeah, that comes out over Christmas, called A Cupid for Christmas. I also shot another movie called Black Skin, which is based on the Philando Castile story.
Oh, wow.
I play his mom in that movie. I also shot another movie called Still on My Block up in Detroit last month that stars myself and Jamal Woodard, who played Biggie in the Notorious movie.
Mm-hmm.
What was so cool about that is I ended up getting to direct about three scenes. I got to direct 3 scenes in that movie, so that was pretty awesome. And then I'm getting ready to do another movie on the 8th of November called Black's Parasite. It's a movie about an all-Black family that moves into a very white Trump-ish neighborhood. And it's like they're being thrust back into the days of, Jim Crow, but they changed the white people's minds.
Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome. I know too on the Hallmark movie we have another host that hosts another show on this network. Kira Davis, she's a huge Hallmark fan. She loves Hallmark movies.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
So if she's seen the movie Dad's Home, because that's a popular movie on Hallmark, and I did that too. Okay,
I will definitely ask her that. And I just thought it was real interesting because you don't see a lot of movies on Hallmark with people that look like us. So I think that's real dope.
You can definitely spot us. In the movie I did, I was the only one. I was the only one.
Well, I'm glad you did it. Let everybody know how they can follow you on social media, keep up with everything you got going on, all that good stuff.
Where I am most of the time is on my Instagram. You guys can follow me there at Coca Brown One Funny Mama. That's COCOA Brown One Funny Mama, all spelled out. I know it's mad long. If you just put in Coca Brown, don't forget that A and the letter O, you'll see me pop up with a blue check.
All right. Make sure y'all do that. Also, make sure you subscribe to our show. There'll be some more new episodes coming out soon. Takes a little time to get them edited because she sends them to me. They're like 757 hours long.
It's not my fault. It's just we be having so much fun, and I don't be knowing how to stop it.
So
I'm just trying to help you out so you can get like 3-4 shows out of one episode, all right?
Right.
I'm just trying to help you out, brother. Okay?
Thank you so
Don't
much.
knock your blessing.
Thank you so much, Coco, for coming on the show.
Thank you,
really
baby,
appreciate it. And also, it's just been a pleasure to work with you. I was a fan of yours before we started working together. So it's definitely a pleasure and an honor for me. You make our team better by being on it. So I appreciate it.
Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. Thank you for reaching out to me and giving me this opportunity. I'm loving it. Gary's loving it. We are very grateful.